Hi everyone, this is Mona coming back at you. Yeah. Oh, let me remove my bowl. Okay, so I have not made a video in a while because I've been sick. Still a little sick, but I'm feeling a whole lot better. I just came in from I had to do some work, so yeah. Um, but like I'm in a happier mood, so I don't know. There was something that I was like questioning. I wasn't sure about something, and then it turned out to be okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But anyways, okay. So this video is gonna be like a kind of bummer video, but like it's gonna be funny because like I'm not feeling the way that I've been feeling. Um, but let me tell you guys, like I have been in a horrible mood. So this is going to be Diary Confessions number 3, I think it's going to be. Um, so, okay. In my past videos, I was talking about, I made this one video where I had said that I just want to live, I just want to be stupid. I just want to not, be bothered by the drama in life and other things that and anything that like moves me emotionally. Like I don't listen to music, I don't do anything that just makes me feel any connected. Do you know what I mean? And the one thing that I do know, and maybe my older viewers would know, is that like once I start talking about something, um, there's there's a change going to happen with that. So, like for an entire year, I've been like that. I've been very disconnected with my friends and my family, and not my family, but like definitely with my friends and my acquaintances. I've been like really just disconnected, staying off of my own a little bit, and interacting a little bit. You know, like I would go to parties and stuff like that, but I'm not like really one-on-one, and like including myself, like I'm not really tapped into any of the changes that I want to make in my life. Any betterment, and I'm very like a spiritual person, and I believe in a law of attraction. I haven't even touched on that at all, which is weird, very strange, because the law of attraction has really made a huge impact in my life. um, I'm telling you, anything that I would think, I get. It's crazy. I'm not going to go into like a big thing about that right now, but yeah. So I'm just starting to reawake. I'm starting to put my roots back into the ground and just reawaken very slowly but surely, you know. Um, and I think like the reason that is because I've noticed lately. I got a burn on my arm. um, sorry. I have like a little bit left of my cold left over. Um, but like I've been noticing that, which I already know, which is if you try to stuff your feelings, your thoughts, anything, you try to like contain them and stuff them down, and go against the grain of what you're feeling and what the things that you really need to be taken care of emotionally, anything that's, you know, for betterment. If you try to like keep that lid on there and you glue it tight, you know, eventually those negative emotions are going to come out in different other ways, you know. So yeah, I've been like really bitchy with like everybody, and like usually the things that are happening up here, they'll accidentally slip out, and I'm just being really verbally rude with everyone. I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm a part, well, was, no, okay, so yeah, I'm a part of this group, and before I go on with that, I just want to quickly say, or should I? Because I know I jump around really quick. Let me just finish with this thought that I had, and hopefully I'll remember the other thing. Um, so yeah, so I'm part of this group, and it's all about um, racial tolerance and learning the differences between races and our financially, emotionally, um, just, how to come together, as a group of people to respect each other's differences, and just everything that's race topic we've talked about, and I really enjoyed that group. I really did. And this past Tuesday was the last group that we had. And what was I? Oh, so okay. Anyways, I don't know. I went on to that like huge thing, so I think I wanted to talk to you guys about that as well, because it's a really interesting topic. Um, so okay, so it's the last group, right? And I like on Tuesday. What was that, like 4 days ago? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so about 3 days ago, I was not feeling good, but I went to this group because it was the last day. Uh, they had they were really nice by supplying us dinner every night. So we would have like Lily's like subs. These are like gourmet subs. Like this is like the real deal, and just delicious. Oh my gosh! And I know they paid like at least $150 or something, like rounds about that each Tuesday. And but anyways, so they said that they want to continue the group, and this is going to be without the people who run it. So it's just going to be us just continuing on with the topic, and exchanging ideas, and what have you. But they had they had said, Danielle was like, hey, if we have, I'm not going to say the name of the kitchen because then you'll know where I live. But like we have like this, we have different areas that have different names. So one of them is like a name of a kitchen that we have that's like totally brand new and stuff like that. And so we'll have like we have like a conference room in the back, and then we have the kitchen. And then she was like, hey, next Tuesday I will cook everybody dinner in the kitchen, right? So I'm like, oh, cool, right? And then Roxanne was like, oh, maybe we should turn it into a potluck. And then Julie was like, oh, everybody should bring a plate. And I'm like, wow, like it turned from Danielle cooking to a potluck to everybody bring something. I'm like, I'm just gonna bring myself. I'm not bringing anything. Like, that was so rude of me. I couldn't believe that I had said that. No, if you know me, I'm not like that, you guys. I am not like that. And what was up here, and even I wouldn't even have that up here. I would have been like, cool, I would bring something. Like, it's not a problem. But I just think that because I've been suppressing my emotions lately, like all year round, and I think that it's just kind of creeping up on me. And then I was not feeling good. I was like really sick, right? And so, yeah, so I just think that I've had, and that blurted out. That's like one example of me just blurting it out. The other day, I had, and that's like a lot to tell you guys, but like, I think that I'll omit that part. But anyways, I had to go on the bus and go pick something up in Jamaica Plain, right? Not a long ride, about 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, barely, So I'm waiting for the bus. The bus pulls up, and I'm helping the elderly woman, which is also my neighbor. She was on the bus as well. We weren't together, but we're going on the same bus. And she was like, "Oh my, I forgot my Charlie card," which is like it's a card where you get number one, it's at a discount. You get a discount, and number two, it also acts as a transfer, so you don't have to pay for the next bus, right? She was like, "I think that I forgot my Charlie card. I'm not very sure," and she's kind of slow looking because she's old, right? And so all of a sudden the doors to the bus close up, right? And I'm like, hey, open the door, we're trying to get on, right? And I was like, then the doors, thank God, open. I'm like, because my son had gotten on the bus, right? I wasn't expecting like this whole thing to go on. I wasn't expecting like, shit, my son's at the door. Demetra? I'm making a video. You don't have the key? Huh? Alright. It looks like I'm gonna have to redo the video or something, which is annoying. Great Scott. Sorry, you guys. Entree, 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 entree. Man, I wasn't expecting you guys to come back, sir. Why'd you come back? He was? But it's Friday. And it's only 6:44. What do you mean? Whatever. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm just going to continue the video. So anyways, yeah, so my son had gotten on the bus. Okay, I'll be off of here in a minute. I'll be off of, so yeah, my son had gotten on the bus, right? And I'm like, hey, dude, I'm like, my son is on the bus, like, you were about to close the door and drive off. And he was like, I don't know who he was, and I don't know who he was on here with. I was trying to help her out, like, hello, I was trying to help the older lady out, like, it's, people have one thing that I just don't have is a tolerance for people who just do not care about elderly, pregnant people, disabled people. Like, they just don't give a crap anymore. I swear to God, every time I get on the bus, I'm trying to help somebody out. It's like, I get yelled at every single time. I'm like, could you get, whatever. So I'm like, okay. Because I wasn't trying to have a battle back and forth with this dude. There's no point. If you're ignorant, you're ignorant. You're not open to, like, apologizing to me and the lady. Like, really? So we get on, right? So there's a woman with a carriage that got on. She was taking up the first 2 seats. That's fine. Those are the rules that you can do that. And then, but then there was a teenager taking up 2 seats with she was doing her homework. Clearly she was doing her homework on the 2 seats. And I'm like, excuse me, you're going to have to move your stuff so she can sit down. She was actually, that young girl, she's probably 12 years old, right? She was not even going to try to move to let the elderly lady sit down. I'm like, those are the rules. You're going to have to get up and let this lady sit down. So that's ignorance number 2, right? So I'm just like standing there. The bus is starting to get more and more crowded, okay? So this one woman, she gets on, and she was like, she wanted me to push back. Everybody moved to the back of the bus. Push back. And so, like, she gets into my face, seriously, like, a half a foot away from my face. Like, excuse me, like, being loud like that. And I'm like, Ramona, cool it, like, just, whatever. I'm like, I can't lean in anymore. She was like, excuse me, and I'm like, listen, I'm not moving into the back. This is my son. I'm not moving. She was like, well, can I get by? I'm like, I can't move in any more than I am. If you can slide by. And she was like, damn, did you see that? And then she's like turning around to strangers, like, did you see that? Do you see her? She's so rude. I was like, oh my God. Usually I can contain myself, but no. This time I could not contain myself. I was like, you know what? I was like, number one, just because you're saying the word excuse me does not mean that you are being polite. Because she was talking about, I was being polite to her. No, you were not being polite. When you get in my face screaming, excuse me, no, that's not being polite. I don't care what you're saying. You're being damn rude. She was like, oh, you don't know who you're talking to. I'm like, no, I don't know who you're talking to, but you don't know who I am either. I'm like, just shut it, just shut it down. I'm like, does it, you go that way, I go that way. You know, I'm not in the mood. She was like, oh, she was like, you don't even know me. I will come up there and like smack you in the face. I was like, be my guest. Be my guest and go ahead and slap me in my face. I was like, because I'm the one to stand up and number one, protect myself, but I am the type to whip out my phone and call 911. Yes, I am. I was like, if you wanna spend your day in jail, your night in jail trying to get some bail, be my guest, because I will press charges to the limit. She was like, well, I think that you ought to keep your mouth shut, seeing how you have your son sitting right there being rude in front of your child. Yup, she's being rude in front of her child. I'm like, wow, girl. I go like this. I'm like, that is why I do not like riding the bus. She was like, oh, you don't like riding the bus? Yo, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm like, these people are not, you know, I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, you guys, this bus load is not frigging your backup crowd. Like, they're not going to be like, yep, you know. I'm just like, just leave me alone. Just go over there. But I swear to God, like, the people who were standing in the front, they were freaking loving every second of it. But okay. My whole point is that I have been, like, seriously, because I've been repressing my emotions, my feelings, and just expressing my true self, everything is just coming to the surface. Like, everything's coming to the surface, and I can clearly see that. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And like those are just two like incidents. Like I've had many incidents lately, and I know I live in a city, and I know that there's gonna be some roughnecks, and I know there's gonna be some loudmouths. I know I've been here all my life. I know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? All that time it just slides off my back. I don't care. Like, you know, come on. I know, you know, you might be crazy. You might have stuff going on in your life, and you want to take it out on me. No. But lately it's been getting to me, and I was like, that is messed up. That is messed up situation number 3 on this one bus. Like, come on. But she had gotten off the bus, and I'm like, thank you. Thank God she got off the bus, because I was trying not to deal with her. It was ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just like, something has to give here. And the other thing is that I've been trying to, I've been thinking about like things that I need to change. Like, I really do want to be able to like get in shape and stuff like that. Like, lose some weight, you know what I mean? And want to get back on board with that. And also, like, there's other things I don't feel like a need that I have to mention here. But there's other things that I want to improve on myself that I know that I need to like get a hold on. And I'm just like, well, one thing I do know is that some things are not going to be successful if you can't even be honest with yourself, Ramona. Like, you know, if you're not emotionally able to contain, and not necessarily contain, but at least work with the with balancing with myself, which I usually do, instead of repressing. So I just need to learn how to balance my stuff, because if I can't balance my emotions with other things that I need to take on that are going to be very stressful, then how am I going to maintain, and how am I going to balance and work through trying to get on the other side and finish my goals? Like, you can't do that. If you're messed up, you know, emotionally and just not organized, like, you can't finish anything. Everything has to be in balance, you know. So I'm trying to work on that, and yeah. Okay, so the other thing I want to I know that this 1935, but I'm like royally known as somebody who does long videos. But the other thing is that I'm like, some people have been saying in my comment section, "Wow, did you hear her story time? Did you hear her say Oh, her other diary confessions. Did you hear all those lies? And I'm like, hi, Nicholas. Did you hear all those lies? Did you hear all those lies? And I'm like, it. Okay, that did baffle me a little bit because I'm like, not for one moment did I think that my audience, is not going to believe the things that I talk about. I told one person, I go like this, I'm like, I don't know if you're talking about the parties and stuff like that, but on my Facebook, I don't post on my Facebook. Like, there's a big chunk of time that I don't get on my Facebook. Facebook and I used to be really close. We're not that close anymore. But I'll tell you what, anything that if I go to a party, guarantee that my friends are going to tag me in some photos that I had fun in. So, no, you won't get pictures of me posting, but somebody will tag me. I'm like, why would I lie about going to parties and stuff like that? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, going to parties, is that so glamorous that it's impossible? Then if that's the truth, then to hear my real life stories, all my other stories, you're gonna be like, well, damn, I didn't think that she would be anything like that. Well, 'cause like I used to have a crazy life. But yeah, I'm just here to let you guys know that anything that I talk about is the truth, is 100% fact. Excuse me. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that there are going to be times when I like talking about other YouTubers, but I don't feel that I do it in a very rude way. I just put out the facts that are out there and give some of my opinions, but I don't think that I've been rude in expressing that. And I have not been pointing the fingers, and I have not, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, some people, they think that I'm just, like, being real ratchet. And I'm like, well, you know, like, I've watched other people make videos on the same topic, and they're being ratchet because they're calling these people bitchs. They're just over the top, like, you know, like that crazy, calling people crazy, nutcases, douchebaguettes. I just made that one up, I think. But it's like some crazy things, like, but that's not me. I think that if I'm going to talk about other people, I think that I try to relate to their situation, and I try to express it in a good way. Now, the only people who would be bothered by that is, like, I don't know, like the people who it's about. And I think that they're so into, like, their own thing that they're going through. They don't give a shit about, they don't give a crap about what YouTubers are making about them, you know, like, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, but I'm not doing anything that's harmful. I'm not trying to bring anybody down, just try to bring that balance in there, like, try to put both sides of the story up in the air, because people see me leaving comments and stuff like under videos and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, I don't hold any loyalties towards anyone. You know what I mean? I either like you or I don't like you, or I enjoy watching your video or I don't, but I'm not loyal to anybody. And that's not just with YouTube, that's anybody in the world. Like, I used to be that I don't want to say a fangirl, but I used to be that person who's like, oh, I have to side with this person. No, that's not me anymore. Like, which leads me to, I just remembered something, so that's kind of in lieu to my other thing that I was talking about, which is something that I have been noticing. So this whole year that I have said that I've been repressing and just trying to contain my emotions, my feelings, stuff like that, but the one good thing, there's something that came out of it that was really good. I don't give a crap attitude. I just don't care. I speak my mind, I speak my truth. Where, like, as opposed to, like, I wouldn't open my mouth about certain things, or even about myself, because of millions of different reasons of why I don't speak up. But now I speak up. Like, if you confront me on something, I speak my truth. Like, if you didn't want to hear the truth and you can't handle the truth, and you shouldn't have asked, or you shouldn't have mingled with me where I was forced to tell you the truth. So sometimes you want to hear what I have to say, and sometimes you're just going to be turned off with what I have to say. But I am proud of myself because I've become that person who will tell you the truth. I don't want to beat around the bush with people. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and it's just not who I want to be. But I do deliver the message with tact. I feel like, I mean, with heart and sensitivity. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like tell my truth or tell the truth in what I feel a situation is. So yeah, I will make other videos about other YouTubers. That's okay. That's something I want to do. I just don't understand why. Here's a funny thing. Like, a lot of people will tell me, like, mind your business, mind yours, like, but isn't it true that you would have to mind my business in order to tell me that? Like, aren't you putting your feet into this whole pool of what is in order to know what I'm talking about? Like, you're in it as well. Like, you've decided that you want to put your 2 cents in it for your own being. It might be different from mine, but you want to say your 2 cents for but so don't I. So why is it okay for you guys to, you know, leave your 2 cents, like, oh, mind your business, but you're minding my business? And like, the other thing is that, like, oh, I can't believe that you're talking about other people's problems. Well, you saw the title of my video. You know what that means? That means that you've sat there, you seeked out that information, you found my channel. Excuse me, trying not to like all over the place. You know, you're not minding your business because you sought out this information. Then you saw the name of the title, you clicked on the title, and so were you really minding your own business? No, of course you weren't. Of course you're not. So how are you going to make a comment on my video talking about, oh, mind your business? Like, no, guys, your mind's in my, just come on. And I'm not clowning on you guys for doing that, you know, for not minding your business. Hey, this is all entertainment, really. You sought out some information. Because I feel like if these YouTubers did not want us to talk about it, they would not give us the information. They would not make videos trying to, you know, fill us in, right? When you fill us in, doesn't that mean that you want our opinion? You want us to be in the know? Like, so you want us to respond. You have the comment section open. You want us to respond. Now, if it's a response that's not in the way that you want it to be, wanted us to respond, maybe it's opposite of what you wanted. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So, like, oh, I'm going to side with the other person. What? Okay, so now it's become none of your business. But you wanted it to be my business as long as I sided with you. You know what I mean? Like, that type of thing. But anyways, I just wanted to get on here really quick. Oh my gosh, it's a half an hour. I wanted to get on here really quick because I know I haven't made like a video in a long time. And so I'm going to make one more video after this. And okay, mwah, mwah, love everybody. Yeah. Okay.